Today's video, we're going to walk you through step-by-step guide how you start from when you have a product idea to you actually have the product in your hand and can sell it to your customer.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right?
So the first thing that we want you to do is, of course, go to ChinaGatekeeper.com, and there we have a lot of different information, but there we also have a survey where you can fill it in for the first time and describe your product and what is important in this first step.
Okay, so we're gonna begin by implying that the person or persons who contact us have already done their homework and done their research as to what they want and what their needs are. So we're gonna make this really simple. So somebody has an idea. They either want to buy a generic product or they wanna make a brand. They know what they're looking for and then they contact us here in China. First and most basic step that we need is they need to provide us with pictures, descriptions, all the details that are pertinent to their product. So let's think of a few. So they send us a picture. Dimensions are important. Some people think that this is not, but it really is. So like you want a cup. Cups can come in all ranges of sizes, right? So they need to give us specific dimensions of what they're looking for. If they're aware of quality details, that's super important, because how thick do you want it? How heavy do you want it? It's things that sometimes people assume that it's implied, but it's really not, because there's all ranges of qualities as well. So we got size, we got weight, colors, written things on the actual product. Do you want to brand it and put something on it? Where do you want it? How big do you want it? It's all little details that become super important when it comes to the sourcing process.
Yeah, exactly. And the more details you give us, the better. I've done different type of sourcing here, and you think that, okay, this is one type of model, a watch is a watch, but it comes in so many different type of sizes and colors and materials, etc. So the more details you can provide to us, the better, because then we can find a more specific product for you. Think of it like there's no standards. Think of it like you're creating a product from scratch. That I would recommend you to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So after somebody does that, what are we going to do? We're going to begin our work here in China. And our work here in China begins with finding suppliers. So we're going to find suppliers, and hopefully we'll get 3 to 4 suppliers. We usually like to do that so that we have options, price options, quality options, time options. Some suppliers are faster than others. So we'll have at least 3 or 4 options, and then we can give them, or the client, you, some follow-up questions. These follow-up questions will involve minimum order quantities, time constraints like I just mentioned, and these questions will help now us and you communicate so that we can begin to narrow down which is the right supplier to work with.
Exactly. And in that, it's very good also to talk to us about the budget you're having, what goals, if you're, I don't know, creating a product that you want to sell this Christmas or until next summer or whatever it is, like bring that to us so we know what you're expecting from us. Because if you write that, oh, I need a product, and then suddenly you write, yeah, I need it in 3 weeks,
right,
then it's a totally different game. Maybe that could be possible to do, but it's better that we know that way ahead than we get that information.
We have to build
later.
that map. We have to build a map of a timetable with them, with you, the client, so that we can know exactly what we can do, and you guys know what to expect when it comes to our work here.
Exactly. And when we have found that for you guys, when we have found the different type of suppliers, when you have agreed on, okay, I want this type of product in this size, color, etc., then we decide together that, okay, let's make the first sample. Yeah.
So let's go a little bit deeper into that. So the sample is very important, because with samples is how you approve the quality and the standard that we have chose. So you're going to have already a price with you, you're going to have a minimum order quantity, and now you're going to receive this sample that is going to either allow you to approve, and then we can move forward with production, or you're going to make your tweaks. You're going to say, I didn't like this detail, I didn't like the weight, make it heavier. And then that allows us to make sure that we get closer to that perfect product that you're looking for.
Yeah, and what I want you to consider when you're receiving a sample, like really use that sample, really try that product. Don't just like look at it in the box and think like, okay, it looks nice, I want the rest of the 1,000 whatever you're ordering. Try it in the environment that you're gonna try the product. Maybe give it to some friends or family, make them try it, because sometimes you feel that, okay, on me it looks good, I don't need to try it. But when you're giving it out to the market, you know how clients are. They try it in very crazy ways. So make sure that you really try the product before you order a lot of them.
Absolutely.
What do we do then?
Well, then we would speak with the supplier and we would begin to give you realistic expectations about lead time, which is production time, receiving time, our quality control process, and ultimately speaking with shipping companies and trying to figure out how long it's going to take to reach you. So then we begin to set these expectations so that everybody knows where we are with production, shipping, quality control,
and all
etc.
Yeah.
Right. If we're gonna begin production, we also have to get into the wonderful step, which is payment.
Yeah.
And that's something that we will obviously more specifically talk to each client about. But let's speak generally. Generally speaking, there's like a 30-70 rule in China, which is most of the time with a 20 to 30% deposit, a supplier will begin production. And usually there'll be a 70 to 80% back end, which will be for receiving and shipping. So that's kind of how that works. And of course, we have our legal entities here. We have a China company, we have a Hong Kong company, we have all the things set up so that you can make a secure payment, a direct wire transfer to our account.
Yeah, exactly. And also we have companies in Europe as well. So if that is needed, we have places around
we have
in
the
the
backup,
world.
exactly.
And one thing that I want to go back a little bit to is also when you're ordering products from like Alibaba or those type of sourcing, as you will call it.
Yeah.
When a product leaves China, you can never get the money back. That's just how it is. But with us, the benefit of using China Gatekeeper is that the product comes to us first. We see the product, we can try it, and we see that it's the same as the sample. We do the quality check here in China, and if we see that, okay, half of the products are broken or not working or defected in any way, we can get directly back to the supplier and talk to them because we're here, we have employees that speak Chinese, we can get to them directly, and then we can do the QC here, so when you get the product, you know everything is done. You don't have to expect like half of a container broken product. You can get a real functional product.
So like, of course, our quality control process here allows us to catch errors before. It saves a lot of time because let's say it doesn't get caught here. It's going to take 20 to 30 days maybe to reach port. And then you're going to receive it after the fact. It's really a stress on the client and a stress on us. The quality control process, when we say it, that if it leaves China, it can't be controlled, what that generally means is it's generally speaking. If you source through Alibaba or something, once it's out, you're going to have a hard time because you're not here. The fact that we are here allows us that even after sale, if there really was something that needs attention, something extraordinary, we also have the benefit that we can go, we have the relationship with the suppliers. The suppliers are not people that we're buying one time from. We're doing this multiple times with them. And these people have relationships with us. Since we are a legal entity here, we have laws that protect us, which is different than if you're sourcing from another country where what can legally be done. It's much more difficult.
And here in China, it's all about the guanxi. You guys know that. I've been talking about that before. If you have a relationship with the factory, if you go there, meet them, talk to them, etc., it's a totally different deal than if you go to a website that's in English and they, totally different thing. Because still, it's factories that produce this stuff, but it's still humans behind it. And that you always have to consider when you're creating this type of products.
Absolutely.
Yes. So after that, we arrange that we do the QC, the payment comes in, we send the product, you receive the product, and after that, if you want to continue buying this product. If you find like this is a super successful product that most of your products will be, of course, what do you do then?
So like now the relationship is established. Now we're working with you, and basically your product is now. We have that direct relationship. We know what your suppliers, we know your needs. If you want to evolve the product, change it a little bit, we can. If you want to keep buying the same one, now it's much quicker because now you're cutting out that whole beginning process, right? Now we don't need the pictures, now we don't need anything. Now it's just, guys, we loved it, let's do it again.
Yeah.
So that cuts 5 of the steps out of the process now.
Exactly. Then it's way faster. Then you just say, I want the same color, same size, same everything. I want it in 2 months. Then just go.
It's going.
Yeah, it's super nice. But what we also have to stress is that like the whole process is easier than you think. When you start to finding a product, you always think like, oh, this is such a mystical process, that's super difficult, etc. But it's not. It's actually not. I've been through it myself. You have done it thousands of times. Yeah. In the beginning, you're always very stressed, like, okay, how it will turn out. But the moment when you receive a product back home that has your own logo on it, it's the most amazing feeling.
A lot of satisfaction comes.
Yeah. So let's make this happen, guys. If you are looking for product, if you're looking for sourcing products from China, let us know and we'll guide you through the whole process. We can do Skype calls if you feel more safe regarding that. These videos are more for teaching you the experience, but of course we do a more personal connection when you reach out to us on our website, ChinaGatekeeper.com.
Go to the survey, go to the website, and let's begin the communication process.
And let's start your dream. See you in the next video.
All right.